Chanel, take off the Doja, take off the Birkin bag. Take all that designer off and what do you have?
You ugly. You out of pocket. 2 ATMs, you stepping to what? You out of pocket. Who you think they talk about? Talk about us. You out of pocket. Who you think they carry up for us? Get back in pocket. The world in a panic, the women is stranded, the men on the run. The profits abandoned, the law take advantage. The market is crashing, the industry wants to sleep in the box while they making a mockery following us. This ain't Monopoly, watching for love. This ain't monogamy, y'all getting jumping on what the hell is that? I gotta relax when I feel. All my descendants, they come in my sleep and say I am too real. I'm done with the sensitive, taking it personal. Done with the black and the white, the wrong and the right. You hoping for change and miracles. I know the feelings that came with burial cries. You ugly. You out of pocket. 2 ATMs, you stepping to what? You out of pocket. Who you think they talk about? Talk about us. You out of pocket. Who you think they carry up for us? Serving up a look, dancing in a drop. Hello to the big step, but never lose a count. Venting in the safe house. Venting in the safe. Can I vent out my truth? I got nothing to lose. I got problems and pools. I can swim with my fate. Cameras moving whenever I'm moving. The family suing whatever I make. Murder is stacking. The president acting. The government taxing my funds in the bank. Homies ejecting the fence when I'm wrecking. Look at my reaction. My pupils on skates. Holla, holla.
Let's think about this for a second. Tell me what you would do for steady. When you show your show, no credit. When you show your bro for leverage.
What a hypocrite said. What community feel they the only ones relevant? What a hypocrite said. What community feel they the only ones relevant? You out of pocket, yeah, you out of pocket. You entertain the mediocre, need to stop it. You entertaining old friends when they toxic. What you like?
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today we jump right into this new season with an AFC South matchup between the Indianapolis Colts and the Houston Texans. And we are underway from NRG Stadium in Houston. And this will be a return from deep in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. And they'll run the option to start the drive. And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down. But that's what he can do, when he keeps the football. It's not a huge gain, but it shows how hard it can be to stop him.
Yeah, and I thought the defense had that one pretty well contained. And, in fact, they probably came up and felt pretty good about what they did. Then they looked up and realized he still got good yardage out of it. He's a tough guy to stop.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do about it. You can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
Now Richardson. That's caught by his tight end, Kylan Granson. And some room to work. And he is finally forced out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 53 yards.
No surprise he was targeted on that play because you and I both know quarterbacks like guys who can catch the ball, but they actually expect that. They love the guys who do something with it after the catch.
Impressive making him miss on that tackle attempt. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Jonathan Taylor, 26 yards. And the Colts are on the board here first in the season opener. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. Now the rookie fourth-round pick. This is Dameon Pierce. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Here's 2nd and 8. Man open. That's complete to Dalton Schultz. He's got room past the 30. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 45-yard line. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. He's going to let this one go deep. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
But they certainly came out firing in this one, and while that one was incomplete, I can't imagine that'll be the last shot that they take in this game.
3.5 to go, first quarter. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Swings this one out wide for Pierce. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Now on 4th down, it's Cameron Johnston on to punt it away. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And, Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in Week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this? And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. 20. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Another impressive drive. So they're 2 for 2, 2 touchdowns. Charles, a great start to this ball game for them.
And one of the words that's really worked its way into our lexicon is stacking. They've stacked momentum each time out, not only on offense. Between those touchdowns, defense held, forced a punt to get the ball back, and they played awfully well in this one. Both sides playing at optimum level.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone.
Ready? Hey, check that, street.
They'll start on the ground with Pierce. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. But you're down early. How do you get back in the game? Maybe establish the run. I think they're trying to do that.
I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit, and find our way back into this game.
And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
60 Bison.
They'll send the tight end in motion.
Check mash.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. And the corner blitz gets him that time as he goes down for a short loss. So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. Looking to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A nice throw right there, and these fans getting their first look at their QB1 of the future. And I'd imagine it's got to be a big plus for him to get his first start here in front of that home crowd.
I know there's a school of thought about getting your first start away from home so you don't have the extra pressure of that crowd behind you. But I say ride the wave, embrace it. Go ahead and play to that level, and I think it's going to benefit him in the long run.
Rig alert, rig alert. Panther 11, Panther 11.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. His throw incomplete.
With a rookie quarterback out there, you're definitely going to find out how he handles adversity because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. Again, he'll drop to throw. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. 113 yards rushing for him in this first half as he is looking in mid-season form here in the opener. Richardson. Isaiah McKenzie hauling it in. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. Running straight ahead, Taylor. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
I really like the vision he displayed on that play because he saw there wasn't a lane to completely break off a huge gain. So he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice, dirty run that's a positive play for the offense.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. 2nd down. Here's Richardson. Steps away. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Richardson shotgun on 3rd down. That's into a crowd and intercepted. And the Texans are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. That's not one that he's going to want to remember, but he had to get it out of the way at some point. His first career interception.
And if he's the guy that they think he is, he's not lapping it off. But he's also not going to let it affect him as the game proceeds. He's going to go back out there, still be the same confident kid, the reason that they drafted him, and go out and play.
Oh, what a juke into space. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. It's complete to Drake. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. Another connection between the two. This one good for 12 and a 1st down.
These guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they're having panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Now here's a throw that's complete, and they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. First red zone opportunity the new year here as they come up now 1st and 10. Back to throw again. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful if he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this. They continue to challenge all his receivers downfield.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. They'll look to throw again. And he comes back with one complete. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. Another completion there, and what a big moment in a young quarterback's life, that first NFL start. And Charles, obviously they want him to win games, but if they're looking at him under a microscope in this first month or so, what do you think they're hoping to see from him?
Well, for every question they'll have for him.
And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Dameon Pierce with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Texans have got it back to within a score. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one.
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe.
Touchdown, Indianapolis! Alec Pierce, his first NFL reception, goes for 6. And the Colts are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good, and it's now 21-7. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and he'll take over at the 25. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. They'll drop to throw. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
This defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On is the punter, Johnston, now as he sends this one away. It's a 40-yard punt, but they lose yardage on the return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one. That move's all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. Hands up, forcing the incompletion.
On 2nd down, it's Taylor. Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble. And fortunately, he's able to get this one back, so it is a 1st down. On 1st down, Richardson. A throw for Pittman is intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. And the Texans are going to take possession of the football. Second interception for him out here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
18 Cardinals. Hey, check that. Street.
On 2nd down, here's Pierce. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Isaiah Rodgers. And the Colts are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line.
I believe this is what you would call growing pains here, partner, because this defense obviously took the challenge facing the rookie, and they wanted to help indoctrinate him to the NFL. So now the big question is, can he answer that challenge and rebound with plenty of time remaining in this game?
They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
The defense thought they had that play covered, but it still got driven backward by those blockers. Those types of plays are a key part of any team's offensive game plan. It all starts up front in the trenches.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
And the time looked on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
On 3rd down, here's Richardson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they got a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
As Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away. This will be fielded at the 17. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this will be recovered by the offense, but it will be of little importance now as time has expired here in this first half. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. We'll see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter three.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down?
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
And he hits Drake. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. They'll wind up losing a couple yards here on the play. And that's going to bring up a fourth down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on third down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
Ready?
They're going to try and throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Colts are going to get the football in outstanding field position.
First and 10, Taylor now.
They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now a throw here to his running back. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Caught that one from me there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
On third down, here's Taylor.
And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15.
139 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another first and 10.
Being chased out left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
But sometimes an incompletion is the right play. And he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
They give to Taylor out of the gun.
They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
I know the speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on third down.
Here's Richardson to throw. He'll drop this down to Taylor.
And he'll be tackled right on the 10, well short of the first down. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now fourth down. Gay's kick is good. And they will open things up a bit more. It's 24-7.
And right now, Charles, this is about building that lead little by little, and they're able to do just that.
And it gets them past the key number of 16, so this is now a 3-score lead. Not time to exhale just yet, but that might prove to be an important 3 points before things are said and done.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And last time, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. We'll see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game, and sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Running it out of the gun with Pierce.
Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
On third down, here's Pierce.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 15 yards, the Texans pick up the first down. They'll look to throw here. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Isaiah Oliver with the INT.
And the Colts are going to take possession of the football.
Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Now Richardson, he's going to keep it running right.
He'll get 5 out of the keeper, but now it's 3rd down.
A little do-it-yourself run right there, and a nice gain.
Now, like that, he knew that that was about all he was going to get. So he did a nice job of protecting himself, took care of the football, took what the defense gave him. If they continue to allow him to do that, they'll find a way taking what they can all the way to the end zone.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover. And they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Oh, how about this on 1st and goal? He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal.
A lot can go wrong when you call a play like this down in the red zone, but that's where you appreciate this from your head coach. He's not afraid to trust his guys to do the right thing, and as a player, that means an awful lot.
Richardson off the play fake.
Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd down and goal.
Richardson now on 3rd and goal. Got a man. It's Pittman, and he holds it in for the Colts touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Colts are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead is now 24. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. These fans just kind of beside themselves right now.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
And the Colts are going to take possession of the football.
Oh, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. Jerry Hughes on the stop.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a 3rd down.
So he is able to turn that into positive yardage, but I think it's fair to say that those are not the shots you're wanting your quarterback to have to absorb.
And he has to know sometimes when to say when. You have to know when to give yourself up, and let's face it.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Gay is on for the point after. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the...
And this is caught on the sideline. On the feet in, they are. What a catch. A huge play there for Houston. 42 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw.
He's got it to Collins, complete.
And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And the lead's down to 24. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
From deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. They've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the fourth quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted, so they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
Hook up a 15 yards there, and it'll be second and a couple.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Now it's Richardson. He finds Pierce. It's complete.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. Well, that's one way to convert on third down, picking up 26 yards.
Well, there's absolutely been no stopping this offense today. They already have the big lead, obviously. Here in the fourth quarter, they could coast to the end, but right now they're not passing up any chances to put up some garbage time yardage.
And, partner, why would they? Because who knows the next time you'll be playing as well as you have today. When you're in that zone, you go ahead and take full advantage of it. You don't worry about your opponent. You just worry about what you're doing.
Well, this was not just the opener of a brand new season, but this was a division game here in week 1. And to come through with a 1-0 start against a division opponent gives you a little something extra heading forward for the rest of the season.
Yeah, let's pile it all into one game, right? Opening the season, and you open within the division. You knew the motivation was going to be there on both sidelines. One just executed better and earned the win.
So for the Colts, hey, you get a win, you get it on the road. You can't ask for much more than that to start the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Jacksonville to take on the Jaguars. Meanwhile, for the Texans, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel to Denver to take on the Broncos.
Why would I ever have to cop a chain again when the QB chain birth most chains in the game? No post office, we stamping time. Took a slice out of the big apple, made apple pies, family size. Leather bombers and Nike Sacai's. Dangerous corners, you better pray that tomorrow arrives. Rap, Sugar Ray Robinson, nothing sweet. Y'all too out of shape to even box with me. Heavyweight, I know my way around the ring. Just like Shorty know her way around the storm. Making hits with Hit Boy, all he gotta do is hit record. Record breaking news, had to show up just to fill a void. Confused, spoil little boys, y'all better keep